Matt Vautour, sportswriter for MassLive. Matt, thanks for joining us again this morning.
Yeah, no problem at all. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Getting excited for this special playoff 3-game series of the Sox Yankees. Matt, I got to tell you, and it's going against everything a New England sports fan should do. But I'm getting excited about this, and I know I shouldn't. I know I should be negative about it and say they're just going to blow it. But I don't know. I'm getting that same sickly feeling in the pit of my stomach I had in 2004, and that's kind of what's burning up inside my optimism. It's like, well, I felt like this in 2004, so there may be something good that's going to happen here. But yeah, I know. It's like I'm a glass half empty guy, like most New England sports fans are.
That's quite the twist. That's quite the logic you've twisted yourself into.
I just try to make sense of my thoughts and the voices in my head, Matt. Sorry. So we're going in tonight, and first of all, how big is the impact of Lucas Giolito not being able to play in this series?
So it certainly matters, and it's like you'd have felt like going in that if they had Lucas Giolito, you'd have felt like you had a shot in any of the 3 games. And I'm not saying you wouldn't in a game 3, but now without him, that hurts. And you really feel it becomes a huge pressure to try to win the series in 2 games, because game 3, you're looking at either Kyle Harrison or Connolly Early. And I mean, those 2 extremely untested rookies. Now there's a history in sports in general of rookies being in a spot like that and almost not knowing that they're supposed to fold and pitching very well. But right. You don't want to count on that. You just don't want to count on that. And that's such a difficult situation. That said, both Garrett Crochet and Brian Bayo have pitched well against the Yankees.
That's true.
Kind of hoping that they can continue that.
Now, if it gets to a 3rd game, I don't think they've announced who they're going with. So, do you have any predictions, either with Early or Harrison, or maybe somebody else?
I think it'll be Early. I think Early has pitched better than Harrison has. Harrison struggled a little bit on Friday night against Detroit. I think Early has experienced a fair amount of success. He seems fairly unflappable. I think he'd be the. But here's the thing: it'll be Early with a very quick hook. Everybody on the roster, including Crochet and Bayo, would be available to pitch an inning or 2 or something in that situation, as it would be true in any elimination game. So I think it would be Early, but everybody would be in play.
Are you surprised that Duran is in the lineup? Since his record against lefties isn't that great, he's going up against Max Fried. So
only a little bit, and mostly because I think at this point he's a guy that's been such a catalyst in your lineup. I think you want to get his speed in the lineup, and I think he's a guy that they think personality-wise will rise to that moment. So it's a riskier move, but you're putting him in instead of Yoshida, and I think that still makes some sense.
Quick thoughts, and I just read this morning. Apparently, the Yankees are blocking anyone from Massachusetts from buying tickets to the game. That doesn't sound legal to me.
It really, like, I saw that on I saw Tom Caron had posted that on I think on Instagram this morning. Colleges have been doing that, pulling that move to keep opposing fan bases from taking over their stadiums for years. But boy, that seems pretty small time for the Yankees. Like if your own fans aren't can't scoop, like your own season ticket holders aren't going to scoop that stuff up, you kind of reap what you sow at that point.
It just reeks of insecurity, and I love it. But at the same time, I feel bad because apparently people had already bought tickets, and now they're going to take those back. They're going to get refunds, but they're going to take those back. I think that's really crappy. But that's what fuels that feeling I mentioned in the beginning. That's something that would have happened like early 2000s to me between the Sox and the Yankees, and just the bitterness.
It is. It's a small time move. It's a petty thing. Like you can't. you're worried that Yankee Stadium
Right.
is going to have too many Red Sox fans
Right.
in it. That feels pretty weak.
Yeah, it is definitely a weak move. All right, all morning we've been talking about this amazing rivalry over time and some of the greatest moments. Now, I always put their comeback against the Yankees in 2004. To me, that's the greatest comeback in sports history. Yes, better than the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl. All right, burn me at the stake for that. But under that, and under winning the World Series, it's a toss-up between Varitek shoving his glove into A-Rod's face after Arroyo pegged him while he was up, and Dave Roberts stealing second in that same season, in the playoffs. What about you?
Well, and then you've got and after that you've got the Ortiz home run that follows
Yes.
It's a whole sequence from Roberts to the Ortiz home run and actually I think that has to be it because the difference. I agree with you, by the way. The greatest comeback is 2004 because it's one thing to beat the Atlanta Falcons. If these are the New York Yankees, like that would be like beating the Lakers or the Celtics or beating the Montreal Canadiens. That was the ultimate villain in that sport, and it had never been done before. And so to do that over that and the way they've done it and all the history has to be that. It has to be. The A-Rod Varitek thing was it was a terrific single moment and then if you remember just sort of the A-Rod humiliation in general, if you remember in that same series in 2004, his little slap the ball out of Arroyo's glove,
yes,
and so forth. A-Rod really became the symbol of Yankee failure against the Red Sox. That really continue. I mean, if you think about since Dave Roberts stole that base, the Red Sox have owned the rivalry in the postseason. The Yankees have had better regular seasons and things, but the Red Sox have won this. They won a 5-game series in 18, and they won the single wild card game in 21. And the Yankees have not beaten the Red Sox since the Aaron Boone home run.
Yeah, you didn't have to mention that. Thanks a lot, Matt.
No, I'm saying that was the
Why
last.
don't you just bring up Bucky
end.
Dent?
That was the last moment.
Some Yankees fans have chimed in, and they're being rather civil, which questions, whether they're really Yankees fans or not. But they bring up things like Roger Maris broke the home run record against the Red Sox in the 61. Someone brought up Derek Jeter, that same season, 2004. Making that amazing catch going in head first into the stands, which to me, that's what you would want from a player that you're rooting for in any team, for them to go above and beyond like that. So any Yankee.
Yeah, the only problem is on that play he overran the ball. He made that look more ridiculous than it was. Derek Jeter did not have to go into the stands on that play. That's. If you watch it, that's a little bit of, hey, look at me in that moment. Derek Jeter's a great player, no question about it. Great player, clutch player, whatever. That play is a little overdone, really? And Yankee fans love to, yeah. For me, if you watch him, if you watch him on that play, that he absolutely could have stayed in the field play.
He broke his face. I mean, to put on a show and to risk like even worse injury than that. I mean, he I don't know. I gotta listen. I have no love for the Yankees, but I gotta have respect for that. I'm sorry. I gotta disagree on that one, Matt. But yeah, these are all great. I mean, this is exciting. I feel excited about this. First time I felt this excited about the Red Sox in a long time. So this looks interesting. Hopefully it'll just be 2 games. But Matt,
that would go a long way for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Matt. Thank you very much for your time this morning. Matt Vautour, Westborough's Matt Vautour. He is a sports writer for MassLive. You can go to MassLive.com and check out all of his work there. Matt, thanks for taking the time this morning, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Always good to catch up with you, Mike.